You wanting recognition is not a pipe dream. And you know this at this point because you are going to get it. You're going to get the recognition that you deserve, that you haven't been getting, and you're not waiting around for people that are withholding major information from you so that you can't rise. Maybe it was in someone's plan to have you as somewhat as a secret weapon here and to keep you down, but don't they know that even when people sow chaos, it almost forges you and refines you to play the same game and win at it? They needed so many more people to come at you as well. So justice is here for this situation. I'm seeing that you're not alone anymore. You're not going to be alone anymore. You've been alone for quite a while. You've adjusted to it. It's been really overwhelming. It's been hard for you to ask for help. But I see you've been resting and maybe falling behind in some ways, but when it comes to where you're going, you're not falling behind. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. It's just where you live right now, they want to make you feel that way. That you're falling behind, but you're resting because you know that that's your biggest resistance. That's the biggest resistance you can do right now is to rest. Not juggle things when you feel like if your thread runs out that there's not going to be anyone there for you here. You've learned that from other people. Other people have told you that they paid a consequence for trying to take everything on themselves and always, say that they're fine. The people around you don't notice you or don't care because they're jealous, but you have infinite star power here. You're someone that people can trust and people feel safe and relaxed around here. But there's just been an emphasis on the people around you being very apathetic and jealous. 23 is coming out here and being withholding towards you here. But I'm seeing that the right help is coming in because you've centered yourself again. Outspoken. You're also speaking on things that are important to you instead of things that maybe aren't as much. You're getting down to what's really important here, and other people are sensing that you know what they're hiding, or they're sensing something's different with you. It's this peacefulness, and there might be some people in your life that regret something they've done to you, and you might be worried that you're not going to be believed by people, but you will be, because you've shown to be someone very stable and your testimony is very strong. But I do see that you've been on point with your intuition about a situation here. For a lot of you, it's been about a job that maybe has been hanging over your head, but you're actually overqualified for it. So don't let anyone make you feel like you need something from them if that's the way they're going to act. And I feel like you're at this point where you're ready to move forward and not look back and not stoop to anyone's level here. People try to do things on purpose to get a reaction out of you. If they have the time to do that, then that's on them. But you feel like it's showing on their values what someone goes out of their way to do or what they go out of their way to say. Because there's some things that they've said that are really just not relevant or really that important, and you see right through it. And other people might not, because it's kind of like a dog whistle here, but you're kind of laughing at it because you're like, oh, this is what you're trying to say to me to make me feel upset and be sneaky about it. But you've already won by speaking on what you needed to and moving forward. You didn't do it for them or to hurt them or to get them back. Maybe you didn't go about it the best way, but you're also were in shock here. Spirit's saying don't give up. It seems like, yeah, there might be a lot of people on purpose trying to really hurt you here in matters of the heart, but just know that you're more than capable. You know, you were okay without them, and you'll do even better without them again at this point. There's something in the new year that Spirit really wants you to start to do again. They really want you to really only take responsibility for what you need to, and let anything else breathe, and really listen to your intuition this year, especially when it comes to people who apologize, and just to see really what's behind that apology. Is there actions? Is there manipulation? Is there excuses? Or is it just lip service? Because I know you accept sorry to a certain extent, but it's getting to this point where you know it doesn't feel grounded for you anymore in your life to keep on accepting apologies for something that you feel like hasn't moved forward. There's someone here that had like a lot of rings. They wear a lot of rings, and they really stepped out of line. And you realize now, you see a track record, and you realize it now for what it is. But at first you wanted to give this person the benefit of the doubt. Stay humble. It's going to do you well here. And let this person kind of go towards their own destruction here. And they made the first mistake by involving you, when it really could have been a good relationship in other ways, but they involved you in a way that made things really intense and really lonely on their part, on their side, because you're not going to be hurting for that. You're going to meet, or there is someone in your life already that you will continue with, but you just need things to breathe right now. And for others of you, there's someone new coming in, and they're going to be like a breath of fresh air, and you'll see a track record with them. Someone who's more confident, and someone who doesn't leave you feeling confused, because they're not confused about what's going on for them either. There's someone who's very respectful, and they're not into petty games. They mean what they say, and they have a strong idea of what they want and where they're going. But track record is very important here to really know, and it's okay to stay guarded, especially to the end of the year, because I do hear that there is people that maybe want to try to make you feel unnerved at times, but know that you've been through worse for a longer period of time, that this is just the small speed bumps now to something more sustainable for you. Recognize these people's temperament is what I'm hearing. And 727 is coming out as well. Know that, I'm seeing like a circle. Know that what goes around comes around within this situation. And then I'm seeing 808 as well. So know there's karma, and whatever this person's behavior, how they're acting, especially if they're really temperamental, it's going to feed into their own downfall at this point. Because they're going to do it to the wrong person. They did it to the wrong person already by doing it to you, because they wasted your time and they crushed their own ego. But now someone's really going to get back at them, and they're going to see their games for what it really was 10 times over here. So they should have stuck around with you, or should have been more patient, but they're really going to see with this next person. This next person's going to really take them for a ride. But rest easy, Spirit saying, and treat yourself. If you'd like to know more, check out my pinned post on my profile for all my offerings. Ciao.